Yeah, I have got a one of them.
Yeah, I'm on that route.
Is that that?
Yeah, right there. If you stood it, it's called duck down behind you.
Right. Total of, with last night, total of 79 here, which is probably the most ever. When we're all getting the message. So thanks for coming again. A few introductions. Firstly, it's absolutely great to see families here. It's great to see Claire and Harvey and Mason, Billy's family here. And Nigel Jones from Unite Argos. Thank you, Nigel. Mike Brandon from the Hydrographic in Taunton PCF. John and Carol Rudge, ever present on the picket line from Unite and also Western Soylent. John and Carol. Glenn Burrows from the Bristol Retired Branch of the RMT, the Rail Workers Union. Back there at the back with two Jack Russells, one of whom is a bit vicious, Perry and Lindy, right? Last but not least, fantastic act of solidarity here once again from Plymouth, Phil Johns. Okay, I just want to read a couple of letters out, and they're both ends of the spectrum.
Hooligan?
The first letter is from Susan Clark, who lives in Ayrshire, just outside Glasgow, and she enclosed a cheque for £5. Dear Bridgwater CW members, I am so proud of you for striking for 5 days against the effects of the horrible privatisation of the Royal Mail, in which I very much depend upon. My parents and granny live in Aberdeen in Scotland, and I live in Glasgow, near to Glasgow. It is a lifeline service for important news each way. I can't afford to phone very much. I have always valued my post people for their hard work and commitment in all sorts of weather. I am shocked to learn that if privatisation comes in, then that company could be under no obligation to deliver all 26 million letters a day that Royal Mail currently handles. Also, the drag down of standards and wages cannot be allowed to happen. I am in complete solidarity with all of you in your struggle. Good luck, Susan Clark. And this is from the branch secretary of Liverpool, the Merseyside Amalgamated Branch. Dear Dave, please find enclosed a cheque for £1,000 towards your members in the Bridgwater office and their ongoing campaign for justice. It wasn't that long ago that one of our delivery offices at Kirkby was taking similar industrial action. It is never easy for our members to take action, even after we often call for it as union activists, as a tool in our armoury. Your members in Bridgwater sound very similar to us in Kirkby, who led a fight for justice in the name of their rep. Basically, they sacked the union rep there, and they had to go out for about 25 days to get him back. Don't worry, that's not going to happen. They have shown the union our members won't tolerate bullying and total mismanagement of their jobs or the service they provide the public. Royal Mail don't get it and will never get it. Solidarity is the key to our success. That's from Liverpool. Just want to say, before I introduce a couple of guest speakers, I've been to Western this morning. They only got 49 out of 50 passes you paid for, so I had 50th on the way there. But what's interesting about Western, it's not just that it's their first strike in 120 years. It's very, very difficult because they've got 13 odd members there. But what Royal Mail's response has been, because I actually thought Royal Mail would adopt a bit of a soft touch from Western. Far from it. What Alan Gurns has said, who's the David Schofield of that part of the West Country, there's a kind of a line north of Burnham-on-Sea, where our man in Havana, David Schofield, hands over to a bloke called Gurns, who I've never met. And Mr. Gurns has written to Dave Wilshire, and he said that when people return from their one-day strike, everybody in Western-super-Mare will be expected to work 100 BSI standard working. Now, to give you an indication of that, Chris Webb, and I don't think he had his tongue in his cheek, reckons that Bridgwater, whenever he comes in and sees the indoor operation in Bridgwater, he reckons we're working at about 63. So Mr. Gurns wants everybody in Western to work at 100, but wait for it and listen up, because if they don't work at 100 BSI from now on, the management should keep a check on it, and if they think you're incapable of working at 100 BSI, which is basically flat out, you will be done under the non-culpable inefficiency procedure, and if you can work at 100 BSI but choose not to, they're going to discipline you, and that's going to be the regime in Western that's coming in. So, you know, that's a remarkable kind of hard-line turnaround by Royal Mail, and personally, and this is a personal opinion, I will be talking to Dave Wilshire when he comes to our Solidarity rally on Sunday about the possibility of a Bristol-wide strike over management.